chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Brooklyn Beats. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 30 base.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Get it.
On first down. Done. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Rock the screen. Go out. Back. X3. 218. Chopper. Undercrush. Two.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going long here for Wallace. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Mike's 57. 57's right.
Check.
Check go.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going.
And he's going to go down again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. They felt like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, Echo.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
General West.
Slam.
Watch the safety creep.
Here we go with Johnson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Carry on Johnson turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's done. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there. 55 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Johnson on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Hey, Delta. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Going to throw right side here. Complete. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Darnold now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
6-6, pull it high.
He'll drop to throw. He's able to find Wallace. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Got it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though.
And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right,
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. The point after is good. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Looking to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A gain there of 30 big ones. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
The end result, 21 yards.
Ready.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's my boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets have got it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And they start the second half with Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go to Johnson again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, shoot.
22, back 22.
Tighten up.
To throw is Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Like 22.
On 4th down, Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the left side. Dunn. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's done. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
That's going to be a long day. 57's the mic. Watch 52.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready? Heavy on the edges. 57's the mic.
Ready to go.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Bravo.
33. Check Mike 33. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike, check 33. 33. Go, go, go. Exactly.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34.
Let's go.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
55 to Mike. All right, T, let's check. All right, ready?
Darnold on 1st down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it...
They've got his man, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I have to admit to a little surprise here. And then down in distance, I would have thought they were going to throw the football. Instead, they decided to run it. But give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and held them to no gain.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a third down.
A gain of 9.
Check. Lucky. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check the backer.
On third down, it's Brooks. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Cut.
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Beats 38, Jets 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 27, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Jets on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Echo.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Pick it up, D.
Hey, lock it.
Off. Watch twist.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
65. Red 80.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's done. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Being chased out left. That's complete to Sharp. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Darnold. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Darnold. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We own them. We own them.
Darnold to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the